Hi, everybody. Jean, I don't see you. I don't see you here. Um, I see your message, but I don't see you. Okay. All right, Jean. I'll send it to you. There you go. All right. Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. A little bit of a technical difficulty. Hi, Patricia Franzino. It's nice to see you, dear. Um, and we will answer your question as soon as we do the questions for the psychics studio, and then we will go there. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa, and hi, Lisa. Two Lisas. Yes, welcome, everybody. Some reason, a little bit of an issue, a glitch here, but here comes Jean. All right. Sorry about that, Chief.
That's okay. Hi, everybody. I was on Ivana Intuitives Live.
Well,
It
that
said,
ain't gonna
welcome
work.
to Ivana. And I'm like, well, maybe she just left the wrong thing on there.
Sometimes when you hit that you want to copy something,
Yes.
it doesn't do it, and you end up with somebody else's show link. Sorry about that.
I've done that to Scott Scorpio's son before, so I understand it's very
Okay.
easy to do.
Yeah.
And it's just the StreamYard links are all over the place.
Craziness.
But
Craziness.
you don't realize it. You're like, okay, all right. And then I saw you say something. I'm like, uh-oh, that she's in there.
There's no problem. Yeah, but yesterday I couldn't see Ron, and he said he was here, or whenever I did him. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Thank you for
Me
being here.
too. Well, thank you, Allie. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
How was your day?
My day was great. My two girls went and got groomed today. They needed it. They looked pretty shabby. And so that was always a welcome thing to have. And now they have their summer cuts. They won't be really hot. And how was your day?
It was busy. It was good. It was a good day at work. I got a lot of stuff done. And now I think today's hump day, right? So tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. So
yeah, I call it Quasimodo Day. If you ever saw
yeah.
You're
You're very clever there. You always make us think.
I know. Got to think about it. Well, I like Young Frankenstein, where the guy had the hump that actually moved from side to side. But that was humor. That was okay then. Now it would be a really bad thing, I suppose. So anyway, let's say hi to some folks here, and thank you for being here today. We're going to be doing the Actors Studio questions with Jean, and I'm looking forward to this. I've been waiting for a while. And Patricia, we have your question to answer when we're done. And I said hello to the two Lisas and Wiki, and who else is here? Craig. Hi, Craig. And Jay Marcus is here. And I said Patricia Franzino. Wiki, Starfish Jenny is going to be on tomorrow with our mediums.
Oh,
So
very nice.
I'm looking forward to that. Hi, Andrea Galvin. Hi, Sonia. Who else is here? Jean's here. SunPsychicJean. Oh, Keith's in surgery. Hypnicity was sending him lots of love for best outcome, and also to you, of course. Yes, absolutely. I hope he comes through great and has a real fast healing.
And that you survive it too. Sometimes
That's right.
It's worse on the caregiver.
It is, absolutely. Hi, T. Barb. Nice to see you. And hello, Terry Lee. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So, yes, I screwed up with the times and the everything. So it was like from the beginning till the end. It's like from soup to nuts. So, but thank God you are who you are. You just roll with the punches, Jean. Thank you.
You don't know how many times I've done that, Allie. It's just so easy to do. There's so many emails flying back and forth. So, especially this same show. You must have this same, like I usually name the show, but you have this same show for everybody in your emails. It must be, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a little intense. Hi, Barbara Davis. Welcome to the show. So we're going to do the Inside the Actors Studios questions, and I have renamed it Inside the Psychic Studios. And it's the questions James Lipton used to ask his actors at the very end of any show that they happen to be on with him. And So it's gone really well, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So it's Jean's turn today. We will take a few questions, but I do have to leave just a titch early for another show. So let's get on to it before I lose my mind.
That's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
So what is your favorite word, Jean?
Well, I did get a chance to think about this, and I was
Mhm.
pretty literal. I like the word perhaps. I just think it's really fun
Ooh,
to say.
it is. Well,
Perhaps.
that's true. It sounds very positive, doesn't it? It doesn't sound negative in any way. No, it doesn't. It's not like maybe. Maybe sounds negative. Perhaps sounds positive. So I
I
love
like
that.
the way it sounds and the way your lips press together and the way it comes off the tongue. It's just the
Oh,
actual word
awesome.
itself, not
Okay.
necessarily what the, yeah.
What it means. Okay. It's just your
I
favorite.
just,
Okay. I
it's a
love that.
fun word.
It's a
hmm
fun word to say. Well, that's awesome. All right. So how about your least favorite word?
Well, similarly, it's peripheral because I can't, like your peripheral vision. Who made this word up and why would they put all those letters crammed together? Nobody can say that word. What the heck?
Oh, gee, that's great.
I can't, I want, you know how much I want to tell people about my peripheral vision and I
Uh-huh.
can't pronounce it? There's just some words just don't want to
And
come out.
wasn't that a word that you had during driver's education? Your teachers would say, driver's ed teacher, look out the side. That's your peripheral vision over here. And so, you're not going to go or oing. You're going to look out this way. Yeah, side
Yeah.
eye. There you go.
It's
There
just
you go.
really, really hard to say, and I don't think
Uh-huh.
anybody can pronounce it correctly.
Yeah,
It's just really hard to pronounce, and it's a word that I like to use, but I don't because it's so hard to pronounce.
it's okay. It's really awful when you have that issue and you're a teacher and you have to come up with a word because you're reading something and you're not pronouncing it correctly, and they're like, you don't know how to pronounce this, do you? So, oh, wow. All right. So the next one is, what excites you, Jean?
What excites me is definitely the possibility of the universal realms and the spiritual realms. Just obviously that the unknown, the whatever it was that we promised to forget, that veil of amnesia,
Yeah.
whatever's on the other side is just absolutely thrilling.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Who was I talking to yesterday? And they said that the veil is not real, that we just think there's a veil. And it's more of our perception than it is anybody else's perception. And I love that. It's like it
Yeah.
gives you permission to realize that maybe we made up the fact that we can't remember something, and to protect ourselves perhaps. So that's really great. That's exciting. That is exciting. I love it. All right. What about what turns you off? What would turn you off?
I would say gossip.
Go.
It's been since like when I was 7 or 8 years old. The cliques in the uh, schoolyard and all throughout life. It's the
Mm-hmm.
gossip and talking behind people's backs and deliberately hurting people, and it's just there's no place for that. There's just never any place for that. So
I
that really
agree
is
with you.
one of
Yeah.
my pet peeves. Hmm.
Well, and you would think that the older we get, the more we would that would be a no brainer, But instead, it's like part of that our psyche, or whoever's psyche is still in junior high school and still dealing with what they should have worked out a long time ago. So
Yeah, well, I think I told you before that I was jumped, was what they call it, but I was beat up by a bunch of girls out front of school, and they were gossiping and thought one thing about me and thought I thought something and wanted to beat me up. I think you remember I was on your show when I shared that, and it was all a misunderstanding. It was all a misconception. It was all somebody's
mhm.
idea that got out of hand, that somebody said something to somebody else, and it really just escalated into them physically assaulting me. I mean, it just, and I guess, that
Mm.
is probably what kept it, a pet peeve for me.
Sure.
But it's very easy to not understand what somebody else is going through. So,
That's very
yeah.
true. I was bullied in junior high. Junior high was for me was like 2 years of hell, but I was bullied a lot too and pushed around. And I'm a big fatty and all that stuff, so I understand. But the person that really upset me was an older boy who pushed me down on the ice. I was ice skating and sat on top of me, and it scared me because I couldn't breathe. It was very frightening. And so, yeah, there are just some people that are absolutely, that's what they came here to do or something. I don't,
I think people
I don't know.
don't understand the harm that it does, the
Yeah.
magnitude, and how it persists through somebody's life.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So, what sound or noise do you really love to hear?
Mm. Well, I have two,
Okay.
and I couldn't decide. I was trying to decide, but I love the sound of a babbling brook and a lot of the like forest kind of sounds, like the ruffling of the leaves when the wind just kicks up ever so
Mhm.
slightly. That
Uh-huh.
sound, the nature sounds are ever so beautiful to me. But also the baby's coo. When a baby starts cooing at you in the
Okay.
I mean, it is just so angelic. It is just melts your
Uh-huh.
heart. It's nothing like it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I can see that. And it sure beats a baby's cry. That's for sure. Wow, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. How about a noise that you do not like?
Um, well, I would have to say like screeching tires.
I don't blame you.
Or the sound of an impact. I mean that we're not so far from the I-95 corridor, and
Hmm.
you can hear when there's been an accident, or it's just an awful sound. And it's one of those sounds, like if you've ever been in an accident, that it sort of like repeats in your mind,
It
and it's
does.
very hard to get that trauma point and that sound of that trauma out of
You're
your mind.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it's interesting because my husband, when my Zoe was attacked by the bird of prey, the noise she made that came out, he couldn't get that out of his mind. So I think it's anything that elevates your anxiety, or yeah, it just he will never said he'll never get that out of his mind. And thank God she's okay. She was okay, because
Oh,
I can't imagine what it would be like if she wasn't, and he couldn't get that out of his mind. But
right.
yeah. Whoops, sorry. T Barb had said she doesn't like people whining. I don't blame you on that one. That's a good one. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Um, all right, Jean, what is your favorite curse word?
Mm. Well, as I was growing up in my family, uh, my mother always used to say, "Oh, horse feathers." And she would say it with such vindictive intention, you would think that she was saying a real curse word.
Uh-huh.
"Oh, horse feathers." And I mean, like, you didn't get near her, she was saying, but that's what she said, horse feathers. And
Right.
my oldest sister, I don't know where she picked this up, but she says with the same kind of, I don't know if it's called vitriol or whatever that word is, but she
Uh-huh.
says, "Dag nabbit, dag nabbit." And she
Oh,
uses that like religiously, at
right.
whenever she's at her wit's end, that's what comes out.
Okay. Those are cool. Yeah. Yeah. It
They're
almost sounds
fun.
like Elmer Fudd. Dag nabbit. I think she got it from Elmer Fudd.
It must be a
Maybe she
southern
did.
thing. Yeah. I
Maybe it
think
is.
I think yeah, but it's fun and unusual. So,
Doesn't hurt anybody either. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's wonderful. All right. So, what gift other than what you already have would you like to have if you could have another gift?
this was also a toss up for me. The first thing I instantly wanted to have is telepathy, but I
Uh-huh.
couldn't. I mean, you would have to have it with somebody else, so everybody would have to have telepathy, or you know what I'm saying.
Yes. Not
Um,
peripherally. Yes.
telepathy,
Right.
telepathy,
Tele-
and yeah, I'm going to stick with that one.
Okay. Okay. So you want to know what people are thinking? Is that
I
what
would like
you?
to be able to communicate
Okay.
with
Oh,
my
oh, oh, yeah, like
thoughts.
over distance and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Yeah.
mind reading, not picking up on what somebody else is thinking. If we other civilizations use telepathy as a means of communication. This way, there's no pretense, there's no hidden agenda, there's no thought behind the words. The words are what they are, and
Uh,
if you have thoughts to yourself, that's not shared. But if you're saying something to somebody else, it comes from a place where you can't hide what you're saying.
mhm. 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 It would make us think before we thought. You know what I mean? It make us stop before we thought something that was critical or hurting of someone else. I think, and it would be wonderful to have that ability to be able to.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to lie.
You wouldn't be able to lie. That's for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
your
true.
intention would be pure, would be
Pure.
clear, whether it's
Yep,
good intention or bad intention, it would be clear.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Well, Kevin Lewis is here, and he was one of the first ones that I asked all these questions to, and it's great to see you, Kevin.
Hey,
And thanks
Kevin.
to everybody else who's come in here. Yes, it's wonderful to see you. We're having a lot of fun with these. So, what gift that you do have do you find most annoying?
Hmm. Hmm. The gift that I do have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's difficult. Well, I kind of uh, I I kind of need to keep things like organized and straight and uh, I'm maybe OCD a little bit. I need
Okay.
to do things the exact same way in the exact same place, and
Yeah.
that can be annoying.
I understand. No, I do. And with me, before I go away on vacation, my house has to be completely cleaned. So when I come back, everything's clean and I'm starting
Nice.
sort of fresh. So I get it
Hmm.
with that. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good one though, Jean. So what that also tells me is that you recognize one of your, I won't say it's a flaw because it really isn't a flaw, but you recognize one of the things that you do and wish you didn't have that. You wish you were better at that sort of thing than to have to worry about it. That's wonderful. All right, Jean. So if heaven exists, and we know it does, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I hadn't. Wanted to feel what it felt like at the moment when you asked me.
Sure.
I think you ready to go again? Something like that. You ready to go back? You want to do it all over again?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. You want
Uh-huh.
another go at it? Something like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I love that somebody else said something similar to that, and my thought was, oh my God, no, thank you. I wouldn't want to come back. I don't want to come back again.
Well, it's a different
Uh-huh.
experience, and it may not be this Earth. May be a different Earth.
A
It may
different earth.
be, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. Hello, clean music lover. It's nice to see you as well. And Terry Lee, so you have to clean your house before you go. Uh, Lisa Foster, God will say to me, "What the hell?"
We should get the chatters on here.
I know it. I'd love to ask everybody, all the people in the chat and other places. Which I finally got Linda G. She's coming on the 28th, so we can finally get to hear what she thinks. And I don't think she's
Wonderful.
seen any of this, so I think it'll be fun.
Mhm.
I want to help to rebuild. There you go. Lisa, I never want to come back. Yeah, you and me, Lisa. You and me. All right. Well, thank you, Jean. Those were wonderful. I love your answers. I love that everybody's answers are really unique to them, and that we get some similarity, but just the fact that everybody has a different way of looking at things is so beautiful and so wonderful to see. And we get to know a little bit about each other on a deeper level. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right. So we can take some questions. I'm going to probably we'll be here till maybe 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before the hour. So if you're putting up questions, please keep that in mind. And so I'm going to put the first one up from Patricia. I've got Patricia and Lisa and Sonia, and then Lisa Keller. All right. I don't know if anybody else has one, but I will keep my eyes open for them. And so I'm sorry to hear that you have some stalking, a cashier in a store. Oh, my God.
Well, she wants to know, will she have any issues of stalking?
Okay.
Just because I feel as though this person gave you the creeps, and trust your vibes, trust your gut instinct, Patricia. And, you just have to be mindful of what's around you, but try to empower yourself and stay away from the fear, because they can not smell it, but they can definitely sense that.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
You never know. Some of them might smell it. Wow.
No, but I would just be aware if you run into him again. Some people are, I would call it more of an infatuation, or he likes your light and he wants to come over near you and talk to you, because you're kind and you're sweet, and, yeah.
I'm going to read the cards here. Then I have to tell you about something that happened to me in the last week. And it's very strange, kind of like what Patricia's going through. So here, it looks like if he bothers you again, then I would be a little bit worried, but it looks like he wants to control. But it may be that he just recognizes you and he thinks, oh, okay, there's somebody that I've noticed before. But I recognize also that she lives in a city, and you have to be a little bit more careful in the city like that. You don't want anybody hooking on to you. I get the V is for victory thing, but I don't know why. It says here he might just want to fight for the greater good, or this is somebody that fights for something that they want for the greater good. I don't think that really applies to you, but it could be if you keep seeing him over and over again. I guess I would be worried. But I think it's a conflicting thing. It's a conflicting thing. It could be that he wears a mask, but in the store, he's different than he is outside the store. It's hard to tell. So yes, I would just be careful, like Jean said, very much so. All right. So I have my name on one of the new social media things, and it's the Threads. It's called Threads. And I decided to go there for my political stuff because then I have a place to put it.
Right.
So I got two direct messages last week. And the first one, there was a picture of General Milley, Mark Milley, and it said, and I thought it's some other guy's name. And he said, it was an older guy, and he said, if sexy was against the law, you're arrested. And I thought, oh my God, come on. Then I get another one. A different guy, and the guy is like 25, and he says it. And I said to my son over the weekend, I said, what the hell is this? And he said, it's probably bots, and maybe it is bots, because I wanted to write back and say, hello, I could be your great grandmother. It was ridiculous. I said, have you ever heard that kind of an approach before? I haven't. What's your sign, or how are you doing today, or whatever. But
I mean, you have to be really quick on that block button, I guess, and really weed out some aggressive types. And I guess they're everywhere. At some point it'll die down, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
it was
I'm
so weird.
sorry.
It was like,
Mhm.
what a lame thing.
It
What a
feels
lame,
it's violating, isn't it? It's
it
very
is violating.
violating. And when you
Yes.
get those heebie-jeebies and you get that kind of feeling about it, you knew it wasn't a good intention.
Yeah.
Hi, Craig.
So Craig said it could be somebody in Africa. Well, that's true, because I've seen an awful lot of people also on there. But, I just think that the bots are already starting, because they have the bots to try to stir things up as well. So there you go. All right. So Lisa Foster, anything from Spirit, please?
Hi, Lisa. Nice to see
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Hypnicity. It is bots. Good. Because that's a really lame thing to say to someone. Oh.
So they want you to know that you're not alone, Lisa. Um, I know that you're not alone because of your pets and stuff, but I see somebody in the car with you, watching over you and protecting you. I see your guides and there's somebody very special to you that loves you, that watches over you. Um, and it's almost like if you were to reach for something and you were going to knock over your coffee cup, that the coffee cup mysteriously moves like a hair so that you don't knock it over. There's somebody around you that's just really protecting you and assisting you. So I don't know if you feel like, you know how you knock, or if you knock something else off and you catch it and you're like, oh my gosh, that was like,
Very
I couldn't have
close.
caught that. I couldn't have do that again if I tried, you
Uh-huh.
know. I just feel as though there's somebody who is really watching over you, and your heightened sense of awareness is really. They're hoping to that you can connect with them at some point as well.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool. I love that. So I get that they're with you on your journey. You've got people with you on your journey from the other side, and they're watching you as you go along, and they want you to know you're not alone. Beautiful, beautiful card. They also want you to focus more on you and your personal time and your ability to self-heal and love yourself, and to have the confidence to know that what you see is what it really is. So maybe that spirit that Jean's talking about, when it happens, you'll go, oh, okay, now I get it. So yeah, have the confidence that what you see is what it should be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, that was really nice.
It really was. I love that. So, Sonia Pinola, can I get a message from my guides and angels about my knee? Please and thank you. As long as you know that this is not we're not medical professionals, we could certainly do that for you.
Well, I'd have to refer. Don't you have the book, Allie, from
Oh,
Louise
Louise
Hay?
Hay? Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
find out what that. I think there is some sort of a hesitancy for moving forward
Yep.
in your life, or yeah, there's. I would look into that. Maybe the spiritual meaning around me.
Stubborn
And
ego.
what
Stubborn
is it?
ego and pride, the inability to bend, inflexibility, forgiveness, understanding. She was dancing and she hurt her knee. And so it has something to do with, there is a fear. Um, but yeah, her book is fabulous. It really is. You can look at anything pretty much and see what the metaphysical reason is behind it. So, yes, I think you're right, Jean. And it does anything with the knee and the foot and the leg moving forward,
Hmm.
fear of moving forward. Yeah,
Hmm. But I wouldn't hesitate to get it rehabbed if it's sore or out of place, because they are, it's a very heavily used area that takes a while to recover. So
that's
don't,
very true. That's
yeah.
very true. So forgive yourself for anything that you may have done that injured it. Know that you may not be as resilient as you used to be, but the potential exists for a full recovery. So that's pretty much what Jean said, without saying that you don't have the flexibility you used to have. But yeah, thank you. All right. So Lisa Keller wonders if you have a message from guides or spirit guide or guardian angel.
Hi, Lisa. They're telling me that you still have it. You haven't lost it, that you are still at the prime, and you have a lot that you can develop and a lot you can offer. They're saying that you may have, like nostalgia from when you were younger, when you were 21, or when you were a cheerleader or something, like whatever it is that you used to have a lot of admiration, that even now you still have this. It's in your energy, it's in your aura. And this is just what they want you to know, that you are just as important as you ever were, and very special and a bright light.
Oh, that's beautiful. So I think you've been working too hard. Well, I don't know. It says work. There's you in there in one of those buildings. And it's saying, you're working too hard. I love this because it's a box of rain. And so I interpret this to mean that we have to have rain in order for the flowers to grow. You have to go to work in order to have enough money to take a vacation, but they want you to. They want you to travel. So they're saying break away from a little bit from what it is you're doing, even if it's only for the weekend, even if it's only very short travel, and relax and enjoy it, and just take downtime away from all the things that are bothering you and all the job worries. So there you go. Wow.
All the
Hello,
best to you,
Jackie.
Lisa. Keep your
Yeah.
chin up.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, we're already on almost the 20th of the month. It's just like, what's going on? Time is, summer's going right by,
Mm-hmm.
So Wiki wonders if we can have a message from her guides. I hope she's feeling better. She went over on a trip and she got COVID. So I hope you're
Oh
feeling better.
no, you're kidding.
No,
That's terrible.
I know. Yeah.
They're telling me that which does not kill you makes us stronger. So you were very healthy. You were at a good point in your health. I don't know, your vitality, and don't take it as a personal hit. It happened when you were at your peak. It almost seemed like you like improved your physical fitness before you left for this trip, and got in the best shape that you could be in order to have the best vacation. And it's because of that when you got it, you were strong enough to fight it off. It couldn't have happened at a better time, in other words. So um, you it's a blessing for the timing, Wiki. But I'm sorry that it happened. But they told me that you were at the strongest point that you've been in a really long time, and it couldn't have been a better time to get it.
But not when you're in Greece. That's no good. Yeah, I know. When you get to go away and then you're sick, yeah. But yeah, maybe you would have gotten it earlier and not been able to fight it off so well. So yeah, I think you're right, Jean, of course.
I have get a do-over, a rain check to go back. Just have to go back to Greece. So I also had a vacation. I went on a cruise with my mother, and we had one of those cruise excursions where they take
Uh-huh.
you out on a catamaran, and
Mhm.
there was like this. they take you out on a catamaran and you're, sunning, and they have hors d'oeuvres there, and they have like rum punch there. It was awful, but and then there was like a swimming contest, and I dove and swam, and I was swimming and swimming and swimming, and if whoever got to the buoy first would win like a whole thing of rum punch or something. So I'm swimming and swimming and swimming, kicking and kicking, and I'm getting to the buoy, and I got to the buoy and turned around. I was the only one in the water.
You won by default.
And they were all, my mom was like, I can't believe her.
That's
I was
funny,
like,
Jean. Yeah, that's funny.
that's
Oh
the
my
story of
goodness.
my life.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it
Was
just
it a
made me
good
think of
buoy?
it.
Was it a good buoy or a bad buoy?
It was the buoy that I was still the winner. But so what happened was, because I was having so much fun in the sun, and I think whatever they had on the ship was a little
Oh,
food
yeah,
poisoned. So I
yeah.
had food poisoning on my trip after that. But
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
And with me, I never thought when I went on my cruise that I would have, sickness, but I did. And I'm glad I wore the bands. They helped a lot. But boy, I just felt yucky a lot of the time and I've never felt that way. I've been on another ship before. I've never felt that way before.
Oh, interesting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Wiki, things are coming in very fast for you. And I actually love this because it just shows speed and all the possibilities of what's going to be happening in the fall. So there's something coming up for you in the fall, and the fall isn't that far away, a couple months. And so you need to be planting seeds for it right now. I don't know if you're traveling again. I don't know. Let's see. Um, but something is either going to break for you, or you're going to, something's coming up that you're going to be enjoying. Plant your seeds, maybe save your money, or do some work, look into. Right now I've been looking up B&Bs for September for my friends coming out to visit me, and I'm hoping we can go out while it's cheaper, and so I'm just doing my research at this point. So but that's what I would admonish you to do. Yeah, there you go. Something fun. All right. And so we have Anna Hutchinson. May I have a message from my guides?
Hi, Anna. Thanks for coming. I see little fur babies around you. I see diamonds. I don't know if you like the stars, or if you like shiny things, or if there's, there's twinkly lights that they put up in a bedroom that is very soft but twinkly. There's something that you like, and this is a reminiscent of a previous lifetime for you. That you, it's very soft and very loving, and it really does soothe you. This diamond, this light, this, and your fur babies with them close to you. You really resonate with that unconditional love vibration, and it almost brings you back to a childhood, but not a childhood, like a childlike kind of feeling. And they're also showing me it could be a past life, but it's also that you're a young soul, that you're a young soul, and that you are just starting on your journey here on Earth. And it feels as though that this is a past life of yours that makes you like these things that you like to place around you. So I'd be interested to know if that resonates with you at all, Anna.
Let us know, Anna. That's beautiful. So I pulled the empathy card. So I'm guessing that you are an empath. You do feel what other people are going through, and you're very. Sometimes it makes you feel sad because you know that they're sad, but that you can also join people when they're happy and when they're joyful, and that's an empath can feel all those things. It also says you're a very fearless person. And you know, I would say that to be an empath in this day and age, you do have to escape the idea of being fearful, because there's just too much going on out there that would tug at our sensibilities. But they're giving you gratitude for what you do. Your guides are saying, we love you, we see you, we watch you, and what it is that you do is so vital to the planet and to the souls that are there. And it's almost as though you whatever you can put out for other people, it exponentially is like a wave, and goes further and further, and you can see that up here, how that moves out. And so just remember that we are the wave, we are the waves. So thank you.
Very interesting, Allie. Wow.
Yeah.
You,
You know it.
you're dipping into that that other realm. I see. That was
Wow.
I could feel that. Yeah, that was cool.
Wow. Okay. So I have to put this up because it's funny. Lisa said, I was in the other room. I left my phone charging on the chair, and all of a sudden, I hear my reading that you all did start all over again. Somebody wanted me to hear it again.
Oh my gosh, Lisa.
It
Wow.
might be that spirit that's playing with her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
I love that. Thanks for sharing that. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, Lisa Keller, thank you for subscribing to Jean's channel. Very nice.
Thank you,
Very
Lisa.
nice. Yes. Okay. So we have our Pierrette. And so she says, yesterday I smelled sweet coffee. I got up to see if someone had entered my home. Can you tell me who it was? I was alarmed because it was next to me.
Mm.
Mm.
hmm I think it's a different dimension that you're blending with. I think there's a different dimension that that is available to you, and it's
Mm.
it's just bleeding through.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, those I don't know what they're called, but there's, it's like an energy signature that's left behind when people are, you know,
Yes.
I don't know what I'm trying to, but it's not quite, because that's in this realm. I feel as though you're blending realms. You're going into different realms, and it could be like a dream state, or it could be like just an altered state of mind that you are able to blend into different realms. I just can't stop saying that. So this is where
Yeah.
this coffee is coming from. I
Hmm.
feel as though there's uh, energies in this realm, almost like, you know how the elementals are around but we can't see them, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes in a quick glimpse we can see them. Well,
Yes.
I think that Pierrette is meditating and training her mind and strengthening her abilities to the extent that she can blend in and out of these realms. Yeah.
So it's like alternative universe.
Yeah.
And so there could have been, if in another universe somebody was standing beside you having a cup of sweet coffee. And that's what I get, because look at this. I get the storyteller, first of all. So you have a story to tell, and you're trying to figure out why you have this story to tell, because you're being, what is the word, clairgustient? Or is it, what's the one with smelling? I can't think of it.
Aliens.
Clairalient. Okay, so you're clairalient. And I get that it was a teacher of yours that was with you, maybe from another realm, or whatever, but was bringing in the information to you. Does that make sense, Jean?
Oh, that's interesting. Like she could have been studying uh, to be a doctor in a different lifetime, and somebody was bringing her over some coffee, and you think
Yeah,
you're smelling it in this lifetime, but it's you're in that other lifetime, and this is the teacher that's coming forward.
coming
That's very
forward.
interesting.
It is. Yeah.
And these things blend, and it's only like a part of it. It's only a fraction of it that's blending here.
Hmm.
I've had a
Hmm.
little bit of that happen as well, Pierrette. But you're strengthening and tuning your senses
Yeah.
to pick up on this.
The last card I got is the Wheel of Fortune. And you spin the wheel of fortune. I've read so many Stephen King books that he has that sort of as a symbol, spinning the wheel of fortune. And do you win? You have to spin the wheel of fortune. What lifetime do I want to be in? Who am I going to have help me? Can I bring in the teachers and the guides from other lifetimes? Because I heard that guides do stay with us, stay with the soul. So the guides are always there and they just go with you from lifetime to lifetime. So I'm sensing that perhaps this teacher or even this is more of a guide, and that you're tapping more into that from another lifetime. So yeah. Wow. I think it's wonderful. You've had that happen, Pierrette, a couple of times where you thought you've heard a noise. At least it seems like it was you, that you've either heard a noise or you've got the feeling that somebody had come into the room or come into the house. And she is extraordinarily gifted. And it doesn't surprise me that she gets these kinds of things happening to her. She's just
Absolutely.
happy.
She's
Yeah,
aware. She's
she
aware.
is.
And yeah.
Yep.
And
And
that,
they know it. They know it on the
mhm.
other side. Absolutely. Well, I love that. I love that, Pierrette. Thank you, dear. All right. Of course you can, Wildflower. We'd be glad to read for you. Mhm.
So I'm feeling your heart chakra. I'm not sure if you do any kind of healing, but I feel this big expansiveness in my I guess it's in my torso, but I feel as though like my rib cage is expanding, like the heart chakra is very active and very strong and very big. It's it's almost a blessing in disguise. The sensitivity that you have, the caring and the empathy that you have, and the desire to help others. It's very, very sweet, yet very, very taxing as well. And it's important to perhaps work on that balance and or work on the boundaries. But it's a very tender, very sweet, very compassionate, empathetic love that you have. But it can wear you down
Wear
as
you
well
down.
because of all of this. Um, yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what I got.
Oh
Exactly.
no.
Yeah, I got she needs to release. She needs to release because she's holding on to too much. It's a heavy burden, and she needs to release it in order for her to feel more vital, for the vitality. Yes, exactly. But I get the reason is that you are ascending. And I get this card every day. I mean, I know we're in the ascension, but it's like you're carrying the torch for these people, and you're carrying a lot of extra baggage, but we're also ascending, so we're having more than one thing tugging us down. So we have to make sure that we consciously release that which we might have every night. We don't have to know where it is or what it is. We just have to say, I release all that is weighing me down. And so it is. Do that, Wildflower. I think you'll find that you'll have a little bit more vitality. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful, Allie.
Yeah. So look what Pierrette wrote. Oh my God. I was just told that I'm doing Earth Healer with the aliens, and that's so cool for what you both said. Thank you. Yes, it was.
Interesting.
I know. That
Wow.
is so cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. I know you're busy. You are a
Hmm.
busy woman. You just, it might all be up here, but busy, busy, busy. Yeah, interesting. So Jean, let's do something for the energy of today. Let's see what your guides have to say for the collective. and I'll pull some cards for the collective as a finishing of this this show.
I wish I knew the name of this. It's the hottest day of the year. It's the middle point of the summer. I know that there's a new moon. I don't
True.
know, but there's something that's called for this halfway point in the season.
Okay.
Oh, they're telling me the cornucopia, the bounty, the harvest is coming and coming fast. The bounty, all of our intentions, all of our sowing of our prayers are going to we're going to be able to reap our rewards, a reward for being patient, for being kind, for being compassionate, for saying prayers. All of these things we're going to find come back to us and be bountiful. I see a bountiful future. And it's almost like rolling downhill, like we're just going to roll right into it. We're not going to have to try. Where the first half of the year was very taxing and very patient, and waiting for the seeds to germinate, then waiting for the seeds to sprout, and then waiting for the fruit to show up on the vine. And then when it's bounty time or harvest time, it's like rolling downhill. It's like
easy peasy. Reminds me of when you're a kid and you get at the top of the hill and you roll down on the grass all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, it's so much fun. Oh my God. So I got that we are at the wishing well, and that unexpected gifts and karmic jewels and kindness are available to us at all times. So wish for that, which the bounty is what Jean said, and it says momentum is building. Take your time, because achievement is on its way. And look at that. The woman is walking sort of into the mist away from the water. So, yes, these cards are just beautiful. They're the Healing Waters cards. And they really do go along with what you said. It's as though we're at the point where we're being awash with and being awashed and aligned and ready for the next phase. And
Yep.
if that's the bounty, then we have worked really hard to get there, and we need to take the time to say thank you, to show gratitude, and to be ready for the next phase as we walk into it. That's gorgeous. Yeah. Thank you, Jean. Thanks,
You're welcome.
everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. Thanks to the all you subscribers, and for going over and subscribing to Jean's channel as well. As you know, Jean comes on my Sunday show every other week, and so if you're not busy, come see us. And thank you, Jean, as always, my dear.
Thank you, Allie, and thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a fun night.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.